Hello and thanks for tuning in to Me and My Golf TV. We're your coaches Andy and Piers, and it's the Impact Show. And Andy, we've got a special guest. We've got Andrew Rice from Andrew Rice Golf. Nice to see you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for joining us, Andy.
Here
in Florida.
What an exciting week, isn't it?
Oh, what a beautiful
PGA
week.
show week.
Demo day.
Buzzing.
Lots of people hitting golf balls. You've been practicing all morning. I've seen you.
Oh, yeah. You see all these divots here? This is me, you know?
They're all his.
Yeah.
So Andrew, look, we know obviously your stuff online is fantastic. We'll get to that a little bit later, but we see so many golfers now on the PGA Tour with different backswings, but they all create this consistent impact. Now, amateur golfers, that's the secret for them as well. They need this consistent impact. When we see an amateur golfer, though, we see different backswings. We don't often get the good results that the top players are getting, that consistent impact. So what sort of things are you seeing, and can you just sort of stress how important the backswing is to amateur golfers?
Well, you know, I teach regular golfers, and those are the golfers, exactly, and those are the golfers that I want to help and help them enjoy the game a little bit more, and it's all about that repeatable impact position. And so I think to myself, okay, how do I build a repeatable impact? Well, you've got to have a good downswing. Well, what we need to understand is all those PGA Tour players have a fabulous downswing, no matter what their backswing looks like. The reason they're on the tour is because they've got that good impact position, they've got a great downswing. But for the amateur golfing population, for the average Joe golfer out there, we need to give you some advice that's going to help you create a position where you can build that lovely downswing to get into a great repeatable impact.
And it's not necessarily what the guys at home shouldn't necessarily be trying to do what the pros are doing, should they? Because these guys are practicing every day, hundreds of thousands of golf balls. So we want to make it possibly as easy as possible for the amateur golfer to get to that consistent impact.
That's my goal. Make it as easy as possible. It's a difficult game. You've tried it, we've tried it, it's a hard game. Everybody else here out at the PGA show is building products and working on their golf swings using aids to make the game easier. So how can we make it as simple as possible and get you into a great impact position? Let's take a look.
So let's have a look. I mean, it'd be good to actually go through a few of the problems that we maybe see as well. Pick one of the most common problem that you see with the backswing and what that can cause in the downswing.
Great one. So the most common problem that I see with the everyday amateur golfer is this one. The club gets inside their hands. They've got the weight of the club inside their hands. And so as they continue up to the top, that leads to some lifting. We get this very vertical position in the shaft. I don't like to use the word steep, but that gets the sweet spot of the club coming down here. And now what happens? You've seen it 100 times. Stand and deliver, okay? You drop that club head to the inside because we all understand that we've got to get the club head to the inside at some point. I'd much rather you work on a backswing that's going to allow you to get the sweet spot of the club to the inside in the early part of the downswing.
And that's right what you're saying there, that correction, but that's assuming they get that part good, because some people don't get that part right either, so the golf ball could be going everywhere.
True.
Okay, so that's interesting. So what sort of backswing are we looking for yourself? What do you like to see?
I would love to see this, guys. I would love to see this. So what I'm looking for, and think about this, the mass of this club, let's call it somewhere down here near the club head. We would like to keep the mass of the club outside the hands, and in this view that you've got looking down the line out onto the range, you should be able to tell how the club head is outside my hands at this point. And what's going to happen now is it's going to make it so much easier for that mass to work back to the inside of my hands. Okay, and the big thing we're looking to avoid is that position. And anytime I see a golfer go back inside, that's how they're going to initiate the downswing in that vertical position. So would love to see you work towards a little feel. And a cool, simple little drill. Just an alignment rod. I like to lay it down on the ground, get it pointed right towards your target line. Slightly inside the golf ball, about a foot inside the golf ball. And so when the shaft gets parallel to the ground, I want to see the club head just slightly outside the hands. Okay. Because that's going to facilitate this sense. So it's there, up to the top, and now we're going to allow that club to shallow.
So you'd say by actually having the club head in that position on the way back at this early stage, it gives you the intention then that you have to change something on the way down.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And I'm a big fan of exaggerating these ideas, these positions. So, you know, if you want to go back and go, okay, it's way outside my hands there, and it's way inside my hands there, and you can certainly see that looks unusual. I wouldn't want anyone to swing in that exaggerated fashion, but it's starting to give you a feel, and we need to give you that feel that you can take it out to the driving range, to the practice grounds, to the golf course, and start to implement and input that into your golf swing.
And that feel would look totally different when you actually look at it on camera, wouldn't it?
For
We
sure.
know that feel and the real
sure.
is totally
Yeah.
different.
We have the conversation with students, don't we, when we actually get them to feel that, and we know we're almost laughing before we show them the playback
Yeah.
that the path of the club on the way back is going to look very similar.
Yeah.
And they're thinking that it's going to be there, and actually, oh, okay, that looks good.
It's
now.
not nearly as exaggerated as it feels, and that's obviously an international thing. You know, that works in America the same as it does over in Europe,
Yeah.
apparently. But go to an extreme to make small changes in your golf swing. I'd love to see that. Should we hit one?
I think so, one,
Come
yeah.
on, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. I've got
7-iron, my 7-iron.
a big beefy 7-iron. You know, Piers is a big strong guy, so I'm going to just demonstrate what I'd like you to feel. I'm sure many of you remember Faldo. You know, back in Faldo's day, this was a big, almost pre-shot routine feel for him, and that's exactly what he was trying to do there.
And I love how we haven't got really a massive amount of rotation on the face early in the backswing. I love that because that sets that backswing up then to start with a good downswing sequence.
Great point, Andy, because so often, you know, when we get a lot of fanning in the face, that typically will encourage the weight of the club to get inside the hands. Now we're in trouble.
It's a double win, this one, isn't it, really? It's a win-win.
Yeah, we've got to do something very special from this point, and there are tour players who swing back that way, not many, but there's a couple
Ray
of
Floyd
them.
did it.
Ray Floyd did it to good success. Lee Trevino even had a bit. Arnie had a bit of it. But, you know, these are tour players, world-class athletes who've learned how to go that way at the start of the downswing. So, back to my shot. Here we go.
Here we go.
A little
Looking
feel,
forward to this all day.
exaggerated. Let's see. It's going to look fairly subtle. Little thinny one.
That shot there, you might have said a little bit thin there, but that ball flight. with
Little
the
draw
hard
into the wind.
Wind left to right. I think the majority of amateurs watching that could do that. You want to have another go, don't you? I can see
He
it.
does want to have another go, yeah.
Another one. But nice little baby draw. That's what we're looking for. If we've got the club initiating the downswing this way, that's going to be very difficult. That's going to be very difficult.
Their ears, definitely.
Dropping the club head in. Now we've got to flip at it. Becomes difficult to get that repeatable impact position.
Okay, there's your warm-up shot. Let's see if we can get
that same feel. Here we go. Pressure's on this one, Andrew. Let's see.
There we go.
Better.
Very nice, very nice.
Very nice.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
There's still some golf in him. I told you all that practice all morning helped. Look, fantastic. Thanks so much for your time today. I think there's been so many things that the viewers can go through. Obviously, the importance of the backswing, Andy. We see it all the time, don't we? It's so critical.
It is, yeah, and I think if the guys can make it. Well, look, we want to just make it easy for them, don't we? If we can give them something that can make it easier in the backswing to deliver that consistent impact, and there's a great drill there from Andrew that you can take to the practice tee.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So, if you want to see Andrew, what are they going to do?
If you go online, and we all go online just about every day, and type in Andrew Rice Golf, you'll find me. AndrewRiceGolf.com is the website. Check it out.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Cheers,
Hope
guys.
you enjoyed that. Post any questions you have down below. Maybe do some more videos with Andrew in his hometown. Let's maybe do that one day, shall we?
That would be nice. Come see me in Savannah.
So thanks for watching, and also, guys, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers.